Capricorn. Hi, hey, Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn. It's Christelle here, and this is a general reading for the month of July. As I mentioned when I put out the other readings, the moon love readings. And for this month, I'm going to use for this reading a Lenormand deck, which is a 36 card oracle deck, and use a mini grand tableau. Those of you who have been with me for a long time know that at the end of the year, in December, I put out yearly forecasts and use the mini grand tableau. So how I do it, for those readers out there who will know what I'm saying, the grand tableau is 36. I take the centerpiece and assign houses to each card. So let me start by spreading the cards and showing them to you, Capricorn. Okay, let me show you these first. This is the scythe. The scythe is right there. The bear. The letter. The tower. The tower is different from the tower in the tarot deck. The dog. The anchor. The mountain. The cross. This is a mystic, the Lenormand mystic deck. The lady. The fish. The ring. The ring is here on the beak of the bird. The rider. Oops. Stars. The man. Capricorn. The snake. And the mice. Now, first I'll go through and divide the month in weeks, 4 weeks, even though I know it's 31 days in July. So you will take that as an extended week, give or take 1 or 2 days. Now, for the first week, I'm looking at Capricorn as you wanting to, you're starting to feel a little bit that perhaps your sense of security is being undermined. And you do your best, you sort of do your best and try to contact the powers that be in relation to what you're feeling is being undermined. For example, if you have purchased some piece of land in a distant country, and you are not being able to get there and you're not having communication with them, you go through the authorities and try to get information in written form. And that week, still, the first week, even though that happens, you still hold trust in the purchase that you made, and the some kind of endeavor that you have, or money that you spent on. You're still involved with that. You still believe in it. And you will find that a woman will be helping you with this, helping you get more information and salvaging your investment, or giving you information about what is going on. Why am I not getting all of the information that I need? And you then restore you are restored trust even more. I see that this woman guides you in some way. She guides you in some way, as if she's a consultant, or she is involved with the land that was sold, or something like that. And in the second week, Capricorn, I see you as being, yes, your work. You feel that even today, whatever age that you are, Capricorn, you feel, I should be doing better. I should be doing better. And you feel that you're sort of climbing a mountain. You never get to the top. You never get to the top. You never get to the top. And then you think to yourself all of a sudden that second week, well, I'm going to stop climbing. Maybe that's the key. I have to stop climbing. And so you think of putting a halt to that and trying to do other things that just come your way, then your sense of security then changes. It seems as if you sort of not aim, you don't aim for the stars in terms of a career or in terms of a job, simply a job. And then you start thinking, all I want is the basic safety and security that will make me feel comfortable and will make it possible for me perhaps to have friends over, perhaps to do, maybe to have a little business, selling trinkets or selling things that I could make by hand, something that will just be sort of a hobby that will make money. You start thinking, it's from expanding your view to include an ambition. You're shrinking that to include something that will just make you get by, because, well, all of a sudden you think, I've planned so far. I have um, got what I was looking for so far. Now, just for the daily expenses, I have to be careful so that I can make ends meet. That's what your idea is. This notion in that second week brings you to a man, and you link sort of your fate to a man in that sense. And now let's go to the third week. The third week, I do see, a development here of a coming together of an idea of you and another person saying to each other, look, you're in that situation, I'm in this situation. Why don't we pool our energy? Why don't we pool our funds? Why don't we just pool our thinking caps and try to stay together? At least it will be better for us. Do we still harbor those ambitions? Do you still think you want to be the president of your country? Do you still, why don't we think more simply and think of what is important? Love is important. The people in your life are important. And this is something that brings you close to this person, and you start to see eye to eye. And, the communication, though, with this person, and in terms of, how you can pool your efforts, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean you're going to come and live with me? Does that mean that you're going to stop working there? Does that mean I could still, what is going on? Does this mean 6 months you're going to come to my place, 6 months? So you start talking about it, and that negotiation process is not very easy. It's pretty difficult. But the idea is to stay together. The idea is to put your heads together, because it will work. There's something here that tells you, Capricorn, that person has another person in their life. And that's what keeps you back. That's what keeps you back. Now, the fourth week shows you starting to become clear in your mind, understanding. It's as if you get your messages from your angels or guides that you, spirit guides that you talk to, and they let you know that there is a positive value to being together with this person, or this person that has been a part of your past. But there is one thing in that is important. They let you know, and that is that, yes, they have a person in their past, but they are no longer linked to them, but they are a person that you can't just get rid of with an eraser. That person exists. They're part of their lives, even if they're not married, even if they don't live together. And so, this fourth week sees you sort of going back to institutions, say municipalities, trying to find out what you can do for your property or any bit of land you've bought or something. And institutions are involved because you would like to put an end once and for all to the notion of, where am I going? Who am I? What am I doing? I want to have a place that's called mine, with or without anyone else. And so This notion, though, towards the end of the month, Capricorn, you realize that it's not as easy as you think, and you start then to change and reconsider the idea of linking your fate to a person, another person. And I'm seeing a man, whether it means a love relationship or a partnership or a relative, but there is you linking your fate to a male. Now, I'm seeing here also, I'm going to go through the different houses and the house of endings and beginnings. And endings and beginnings, you really do want to bring an end to it. You decide, I'm going to once and for all make a decision, then go forward. In terms of surprises, you only want surprises that will bring you security and a safety, a sense of security. The endings in the month of July are communicated by in writing, then you will really know that something is over in any realm. And oral communication is what takes place with the institutions mainly. You really have to go to those offices and talk. You cannot write to them. You have to be there to do that. Now, your work and livelihood, you still remain faithful to the notion of keeping a hobby that you've had for such a long time because you think you'll be able to just bring yourself to month's end and it will, fill that gap that you have after you've spent what you had to invest. I'm seeing this, and this is a general reading, of course, and it may be talking to a certain Capricorn because the messages are here. The sense of security, your sense of security, obviously, and the cards are telling me this obviously, will be linked to that hobby that will create a baseline income for you. Now, guidance, in terms of guidance, you really lean on your spiritual guidance, and that is what the cards are suggesting you to do. Really look to the stars, really look up and really talk to your guides. In terms of home, going back home, you know that it may be difficult. You know that this will, it's like a be all and end all, Capricorn. It's as if I want to go home, metaphorically and physically, because I need my home. Your idea, the idea of the notion of home is very important for you. Now, public life is going to be influenced. You in the public, there's going, like I mentioned it, and I'm going to say it again, a female is going to be helping you in the public. Obstacles. All right, we have obstacles. We've got obstacles. Yes, we do. But the obstacles are very diminished. They are small because they do involve something of activity, something that will bring you money. And the obstacles there are that you have to decide exactly what is enough for you, and you need to put pen to paper before you then start on a mission to change your life, your work life. Then I have decisions that you are going to be faced with. Yes, the biggest decision is whether you want to pair up with the person and put your heads together, put your thinking caps on together, pool your resources, and live life together and making life easier for both of you. Nuances and problems are represented by miscommunication between different people around you. Now, something hidden is going to be revealed. And how is that going to be revealed? It's going to be revealed through messages from your guides, and they will be speaking to you very clearly, Capricorn, this month. Matters of communication, written communication, evolve and revolve and develop around a male. When documents come to you, when signatures are required, that you will be interacting with a male in a written form. Now, male influences in your life in the month of July, that's where the difficulty lies. Apart from this person who's going to be helping you with written communication and documentations for your activities and so on. What I'm talking about now are the influence of a male that brings you, instead of helping you in the month of July, is going to be bringing you just too many things to think about that you don't want to worry about right now. And the same goes for a specific female that is linked to that male. You have a male and a female that just, make your head hurt because you were going to accept a proposition whereby you could get together with someone and make ends meet together. But then there's this third party. You don't even want to be bothered with that. And so that becomes a headache. Now, Capricorn friends, I'm going to take the runes and cast them and crown the reading, but I suggest you go back and listen to this several times. It is chock full of things. Then you have to make the connections with your specific situation. Let's see what these have to say. All right. One on top of another. Okay. If it was like this, all right. Then I could go like that. Oops, 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 oops. This is Merkstave. All right, let's go to the Merkstave. This was like this was Merkstave. There are two Merkstaves. This is Merkstave. This is all right. Urus. This is the bull by its horns. Capricorn, you have horns as well. All right. Urus is upside down. Merkstave. There's vital force energy that's decreased in the month of July. It's even though you are determined, you're with a little less energy, fiery energy, a little less this month. Then I have Manats, and it's Merkstave, as you can see. This is humankind and interdependence. Well, you're going to think long, you're going to think hard, and you are really not keen on being and depending on another person. You just don't want it, whether they're a business partner, whether they're a romantic partner. You just don't like them apples. You just don't like that idea. Then we have Keenats, which is Merkstave, is upside down, as you can see. And Keenats talks of power and strength. And again, I'm hearing and seeing that you are not depressed. No, absolutely. But there's a lot of time that you need to rest. And your energy is a little low. Another Merkstave, so many Merkstave here, is Lagus. And I hate to see this. This is female intuition energy. And when you are in that energy with low energy, this intuition is failing you as well. And what I'm telling you, and what I need to tell you here, is also that lessons that you've learned in past lives are not serving you this time around in this month because that low energy. It seems as if I don't see negativity. I don't see negative energy, a Capricorn, but I do see that the low energy, think of vitamins, minerals. This will help. And don't, put your boundaries up. Don't, you don't want to talk to somebody. Don't do that. Perdro is a wonderfully magical and mystical rune. The hidden secrets will emerge, both positive and negative this month. And if there's a third party, you will hear about that. Awats. This is a powerful ally. Even though you may be low on energy, Capricorn, don't worry because the universe has your back with Awats. You're protected. This is like having an ally right in your own home. Well, I do hope this was of help, ladies and gentlemen, Capricorn friends. Do write your stories underneath the video if you'd like to share them with us. It's always great to have this storytelling back and forth between us because it makes the world go round. Who doesn't love a good story? Namaste, and until we until we read together again. You have a nice July. Bye bye.